Take number 4. This is Jackie with Roja Roxz. Anyway, long story short, I accidentally deleted the other one, Robin, and I had to re-record, so I hope you guys enjoy. This is also our opinion. We do some mild curse words on here, so if you do not like to hear that and you're going to get your little feelers hurt and think that we're making fun of everybody, please stop right now and get off the page. So anyway, this is Jackie. I'm coming back with... this is our, would have been our second podcast. So I hope you guys enjoy. It is funny. And following that, I'm going to have some really great music. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for listening in. And again, this is Roja Roxz with Robyn Gandy Jones and Jackie Eyster.
Hey, this is Robyn from Roja Roxz and
Jackie Eyster.
Woohoo! What's up?
Yay! So, what's going on? Sorry about that. I have to let you know I erased the first one. The second one of the first two, so I'm a bad girl.
I thought I was going to have to get up in the car and take a ride up there.
Yeah, there you go. I thought I told you never to do that again.
Don't push the button, man.
Oh, you know, one of those Reagan deals. Stop that. Did I really say that? I said that. Uh-oh. And I said it out loud, and I said, no politics. Donald Trump rocks.
Oops.
Roja Roxz. Donald Trump. Anyway.
And she told me, don't be going there, Robyn. That's what she said.
You know what? Since I screwed up the first one, just we know what we say with the word. So, anyway. Why not? Everybody else is talking about it. And you know, I got to thinking about it, and you're right. It's my right, it's your right, and we were born here, so what the hell?
That's right.
So... I'm a Trump supporter.
And I'm a Trump supporter, too.
I mean, I don't agree with all the things that he does, but I do like what he stands for. And, you know, I've heard so many things today about, he's going to go with him and the president of Russia and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really? I'm trying, because I respect everybody's thoughts. As far as, you know, okay, well, you're a Hillary Clinton because you believe in her, and that's fine. You believe in her the way I believe in Trump, you know. And I can't say, you know, that what you're saying is bad, even though, you know, the truth is that she's a liar and a cheat, but that's, you know, my opinion. Right. Jackie Malini Eyster's opinion. Personal opinion.
Opinion. Everybody's got one, okay?
It may not be the opinion of Roja Roxz, but guess what? I'm Jackie.
And I'm Robyn.
And we rock. And so, yeah, I guess it is our opinion, isn't it?
It is. And you know, here's the thing. This, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm going there. Jesus, I'm going to have to... you know, take an aspirin.
You're not naked, are you?
Oh, God, no. Yeah, I mean, I did just get home, you know, from work, and I'm about ready to toss everything off, but letting the sisters out for a while. But,
what's the first thing you do when you come home? Take off your bra.
Absolutely. You let the sisters out.
That's right. You can keep the heels on, just got to take that bra off.
If men had to wear a man bra for their balls, okay, they would understand.
But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Just saying. Okay, let me compose myself here. Jesus, good thing Opperman can't call in. Good Lord.
Opperman!
So, here's the thing. You know, everybody wants to, well, I'm not going to say everybody because everybody's not, but like the speeches and stuff that went on this week, or don't let him push fear into the United States. don't buy into the fear. Okay, what are you guys doing? Okay, you're promoting fear. Don't vote for him because, oh my God, he's going to get the whole United States killed. You know what I mean? So they're promoting the same fear, but just in a different way. You know, so it's just like, it's just ridiculous. And, you know, Facebook is all lit up with the politics. And, you know, sometimes it takes a lot for me to just keep scrolling because, holy smokes, if I really said what I wanted to say, it wouldn't be pretty. You know?
Yeah, and, you know, Robin, I'm the same way. And the thing is as soon as I get pissed off about something I see, I have to put my mouth in check, and I say, look, and put my fingers together and say, okay, count to 10. Because that's their opinion. The same way you're getting pissed off and you're heated, that's why they're pissed off and heated. Exactly. You know what I mean? And, you know, that is a part of, but it seems like we've gotten away from that. You know, again, think about this, and I was thinking about this the other day. How did a lot of people back in the we'll say 50s through the 80s, okay, that period of time right there, what was the one thing that everybody did usually on your block?
On your block?
Mm-hmm. On the block that you lived on or the area you lived in?
Well, I was kind of in a rural area, so it was like, you know.
Hey! Well, no. A lot of people talked over the fence.
Talk over the fence, or you had your neighborhood barbecue. You know what I mean?
Or people would stop by, you'd sit on the front porch, and you'd hear two old men going out there. But I'm telling you, Carter is this, and this one's that, and so on and so forth. But that's how people talked back then. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't ever remember anybody saying, that hurt my feelings.
No.
Mr. Barber or Mr. I don't know, Thompson, whatever. You hurt my feelings. You know, he'd look at you and say, well, that's too damn bad. Exactly. Number one, you're a kid. Get the hell out of here.
Right, exactly.
Go play with the other kids out there in the middle of the road. Get.
Yeah, go play in the street.
But you know what I mean? It seems like we've gotten away from that. It seems like there's so much built-up hostility because the way we're used to letting it out to our neighbors and, you know, everybody, whether or not we agreed with the same person or we voted for the same people, we, you know, didn't have a problem telling each other, well, you know what, damn it, I don't agree with you. But that person was like, you know what, that's okay. I don't agree with everything but I still like you as my neighbor. You know?
And I'm not bringing potato salad to the neighborhood picnic.
That's right. I will bring beans.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
And deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs. And that's the truth. You didn't talk about, you know, people didn't talk about politics at all. Like, you know, you weren't really sure, you know, you heard people talking, but they didn't just come out and go, this is who I'm voting for. That was a very, very, very private matter before. Very private. You know, and, and I was thinking about that too the other day. I'm like, man, I don't remember, like, you know, this being so vocal and so public before. But then I remember, okay, some of the things that I heard my parents say or that you saw on, you know, like a show like All in the Family, you know, and then it's like, oh, well, I guess it did exist, but, you know, people weren't plastering it. They didn't have that outlet of Facebook. And I think that's the big thing, too. Talking about it face-to-face, you know, you might get a little heated and you might, you know, do it. But you love that person that you're talking to. So you're, you know, at the end of the day, you guys are going to walk away still friends. Now you got this stupid social media crap, which is good at some point, but at other points, it's like people say really, really hurtful things, really nasty things, or they try to kill it with kindness, and then you got to go, I don't like what you said. I'm deleting you as my friend. You know what I mean? Which is really stupid. That's just so stupid. You wouldn't do that if you were face-to-face with that person. Well, you know, you like that person because there's a lot of redeeming qualities about each other that you really like about each other, and that's why you were friends with that person in the first place, you're going to let a stupid little thing like politics get in between a friendship is really dumb.
Well, it depends on, and I'm going to say this too, the grade of friendship you had. Now, if it's I don't know, John Deere, I've been friends with since I was 5 years old, that's different. If it's, you know, a friend of mine who's different ethnically that I've been friends with for a million years, and Joe Bob Jim that I just met last year online, I don't know, in a chat room, there's differences. And the reason why I say that is, and I'm going to say this, I can't bring up the name because he'd kill me, but I was reading where a friend of mine unfriended a friend because of the simple fact she questioned his how he felt about his country. Now, you have to understand, this man's a combat veteran.
Oh, man.
And you're going to question it. Even me, I was like, oof. You know what I mean? I was like, no. And he was very upset, and I could understand why. It's the same thing when William, oh, my Lord, let me tell you something. When Will gets on one of those rants, look out. You know what I mean? And I don't.
Can you blame them? These are men that fought for this country. That fought.
Well,
for
men
that
and
freedom.
women. This is what pisses me off to no end. And you know, I guess they thought, you know, when I was talking about the calendar idea, the hottie calendar and stuff, I didn't mean it in a derogatory sense, and I think it was taken that way. Like I was trying to use men's bodies to raise money to give to, you know, a veterans cause. That wasn't it at all. I just thought it would be something kind of, you know, fun. But then again, on the other side, I didn't look, and I actually had 2 veterans approach me and said they really weren't too, you know, happy with that. And they were like, you know, I saw things, and I really felt bad because I was like, you know what, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it in that way. And, you know, my husband, believe it or not, who usually would tell me to take a flying leap somewhere, he didn't say anything, but he didn't really talk about it. And I thought, I think I've said something wrong. But then once these 2 came forward and said, you know, Jackie, I think you're missing the whole point here. And I was like, you know what? I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have. I just thought it would be something fun, you know, for other women to, you know, but I didn't look at it in the way. And one of them, you know, it wasn't a good situation. And so that's another reason why we're not going to be doing the hottie calendars with Roja Roxz. You know, it was, you know, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just thought it would be a cool way for us to, you know, find a group of people that, you know, were looking to, you know, get help. And, you know, if we could help them with donating some money and stuff like that, well, all the money it would have gone to. You know what I mean? But I just thought it would be a cool project, and it wasn't well received. We'll put it that way. So, you know.
I'm just going to have to go with Hooters Girls. I don't know.
I'm telling you. Well, Hooters Girls aren't even Hooters anymore. Really? I walked into Hooters, and I'm like, I looked at William, and I'm like, well, it's AA night tonight.
There was a pregnant Hooters girl at the one I went to, you know, a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really? Now, see, I think that would have been cute. Aw.
Sure.
You know.
Hey, girls got to make a living, yeah? She's got a baby to support. Girls got to make a living. Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, the thing is again, I remember the lawsuits and, you know, the lawsuit of some woman that got upset because she had went and had implants done, and I guess they weren't the size they were supposed to be, and she had spent this money, and she wanted to be a Hooters girl, and, you know, and then it was all of a sudden you didn't have, Hooters were just considered Hooters, and I'm like, have you ever seen an A cup? Okay, take a piece of tape and put it on the wall. That's an A cup, and I'm sorry for you A cuppers out there, but that's an A cup. That is not a Hooter. A Hooter is when a man grabs a hold of your boob, and you have to have enough there to grab, and they go, woo, woo, that's a Hooter.
Oh my God.
And if they grab both, it's like, and you got to have something there to latch onto. Okay, not air. And, you know, hey, if you have fake ones, that's all good. Why you want them, I don't know. I, myself, pack between a 40 to a 44 double D, depending on the bra. So, I've been carrying these puppies 48 years, and when I do mean that, I started wearing a bra at 5 years old, so I don't want to hear it.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
for the record out there, gentlemen, any guy that comes up behind me and it goes, hoo, we got problems. We're going to have problems.
No, wait a minute. See, there is an actor out there. He's gorgeous. He's blonde. He's built like a brick shit house. And I'm waiting for him to arrive in his vessel to Robyn's house, see? And then Robyn will call and say, oh my God, he's here, like, holy shit. And then she'll take pictures and of him laying by the pool, half naked on a horse, sweating out there, putting up a fence. And where's my husband? Oh, he's got his headphones on. Okay.
He's like, not even going to listen to that one. Not even going to.
But, you know, I just, yeah, that's the one I'm waiting, you know, for Robyn to call and say, oh, my God, you got to come to the wedding. And I'm going to be like, oh, my God, really? So is he bringing friends? And are they as good looking as him? And, you know.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that. Mm. All that man walking in, whoo, make your head blow off. Girlfriend.
I'm going, woo-hoo. On that one.
Now that's a hoo-hoo right there. Woo-hoo.
Giddy up, y'all.
Yippee-yi-yi, Cow Robyn. Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Woo. Hey, you want to announce the first song for us?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I would love to announce S&M.
No, wrong one.
What?
We're on the other one.
No, girl, you were supposed to do that one.
Oh, you want to do S&M? Okay. She wants to do S&M.
Oh, shit.
I want you to do S&M, Jackie.
That couldn't have been more perfect. Wow.
Okay, go ahead.
God.
You're breaking up real bad. I don't know what's going on.
She's breaking up.
No, you were breaking up.
That's all. Are you kidding me? Come on now. Getting a little steamy on this phone.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. We're going to bring to you S&M by Killing Rapunzel.
Yeah.
No need to make your lover the sweet sound of the night.
All right. That was S&M by Killing Rapunzel.
Woo! Yes. Pick it, man.
You know, I did an interview with them, and I was, because these are great guys. Oh my God. I was like, I just out of pure curiosity, I said, Dakota, how did you come up with that song? He said, well, you know, I went out with this girl. And he says, she wanted me to choke her, and I like to have fell out of the chair. I'm like, what? And he goes, but, you know, think about it. If you listen to the lyrics of the song, and I was like, dude, you nailed that. Although, because if somebody came to me and were kissing me and stuff and said, yo, choke me, I don't know what I'd say or do. And this guy knocked it out of the park as far as singing it. I mean, great song. And I was just like, really, next time you listen to it again, listen to the words. I was just, that's another band that just absolutely amazes me. Killing Rapunzel, great group of guys. And, you know, I've told them, and I do mean this seriously, I do see them accepting going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I certainly do them, and there's actually about a handful of other ones out there that I've heard that are just absolutely knocking it out of the park.
I have to agree with that on Killing Rapunzel, because I mean that's why no, man, that was mine, because I love these guys, and I can do the same thing.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
And you were like going with the S&M part, yeah, I love the band. All right.
Ooh, my. Oh, yeah. Anyway.
Come on, what is that? I mean, like, what? What you talking about, Willis? What do you mean?
But no, they're really...
Today, thank you. I'm not choking, thanks.
But they're another great band with RIND Entertainment, Tom Hooks. They're signed with RIND Records now. And Tom's an amazing guy. If you got a chance to listen to the interview that I had the chance to do with him, oh my God, has some of the greatest groups with, you know, under him. He has Kenzie Dupay, her, and Dakota from Killing Rapunzel actually did a remake of Close Your Eyes by Lita Ford and Ozzy Osbourne. So if you get a chance to hear that, I actually would love to play that coming up. So I may end up playing that in between some of our songs, but great song. I was shocked when I saw that. And I told Tom's like, well, you know, believe it or not, that was my idea. And I was like, dude, really? Awesome guy. Wonderful person to interview. But has some of the most amazing bands. There's him. There's Jessica Costin. And Jessica has Seasons Entertainment. And she has the bands Axis 5 and Under Surveillance. Under Surveillance, I had the chance to do an interview with, and got some great music. That's the one I told you about that reminds me of Blondie and Pat Benatar. But oh my God, great bands. And it seems like it doesn't really matter how old or the age range or anything like that. The newer bands that are out, ROBYN, some of these kids are coming out the gate after playing guitar. And I mean, just walking into the studio, they screwed around with the guitar for about 3 months and they step in there like Yngwie Malmsteen. I shit you not.
Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. That's what we need. That's the importance of, you know, of us promoting this music, and, you know, what you do on your podcast as well is, like, you know, these bands need this support. They need it, you know, and especially when you have the awesome talent, you know, they just need that type of support and that type of, you know, wherever avenue we can get them to go and get exposed, you know, that's better for them. So, you know, and tell everybody about your podcast as well, you know, because I want you to get that out there so more people, if they're listening to Roja Roxz, they go out to your podcast as well, and vice versa. So, I mean, Talk
yeah.
about what you're doing over there.
Well, with Jackie Eyster Songistry, I also have the magazine half, and what I'm doing is I'm going to be sending out interviews, email interviews, so that if they need to translate it, they can do so. Or for some of the more shy, like we had discussed before I erased it. I found two. One of them was like so embarrassed to death they never got back to me. So it was like the other one was like, yeah, but 2 songs is all I have, and I'm like, you're kidding me. And I didn't know what to say, because they were like, well, we did it in such a hurry, and I just kind of sat there like stupid, totally stupid, because I'm thinking to myself, Frank would have been in the studio for days going, are you serious? And I mean, the music that and to be honest with you, I just could not believe that the type of music, and this guy played every one of the instruments. Every one. And I'm like, so he had a drum kit, he had a bass, he had a keyboard, he had a guitar. He also put a little bit of mandolin and acoustic, 12-string acoustic on it. I just kind of sat there stupid. I didn't know what to say, because I'm like, wow. And he's like, yeah, but I only did this, it's been, a couple months ago. And, I just wanted to give it a try. I've always played, but I never really recorded my own stuff. I never thought I was good enough. And I'm sitting there like, wow. Yeah, you are. And I was like, well, I would love to play those 2 songs to he goes, but I'm nobody. Nobody knows who I am. And I'm like, not yet.
I'm trying to get you on the show.
Not yet. But trust me, give me them 2 songs. I have you across the USA and halfway back across Europe. But oh yeah, and I mean, just amazing talent, Robin. I just can't believe some of the stuff that's actually out there, and they're in like I told you, they're recording in their living room, and they're just doing it for the hell of it. I had another one that is just a songwriter. He said, I just like sitting down and just creating things, and I record them. And he says when he works in his wood shop, he pipes it through. And he said, I listen to it to see, what else I could do. And I'm like, dude, seriously? I'm like, but it's great music, and it's music that has commercial potential.
Wow. Like,
you would hear this watching a commercial going into a hotel, or maybe driving across the country. You'd see, I mean, Frankie's got a couple of songs that I just flipped for his instrumentals, and I was like, dude, really? Why are you hiding a lot of this stuff? Like, Frank had stuff in the studio that I just sat there. I'm like, why are you hiding that? And he's, well, it's not really what I thought it was going to be, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, that music rocks. Wow. And, a lot of these beautiful instrumentals, like he's got Frankie's Opus, and believe it or not, it sounds Frank's Opus is absolutely beautiful. And I sat there and I said, you did that? And he's like, yeah, why is it such a... I'm like, it's not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that... I'm just like... to hear it's beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. And you could picture yourself, honestly, like if you were in the somewhere up in a snowy retreat somewhere, you could picture yourself hearing this song and seeing these people maybe skiing down a slope or something. It's beautiful.
Wow.
But he's not the only one. This is what I'm talking about. Edgardo Cintron, beautiful Latin music, and most people know Gardo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all these wonderful artists that I've found. Again, Elfiria, they're out of Slovenia. They played Metal Fest in Slovenia, and there was another band, and for the life of me, I cannot remember it, and I am so sorry if you're listening. But they were going to be playing Vakken. And, it's that they're so busy that they can't get the time to, they're like 30 minutes to me is like a lifetime. And I'm like, you know what? I'll wait. If you get a couple of days off and you can give me 30 minutes, you let me know, and I don't care what time. Just call me and let me know. Or message me and say, I need you to call me in 15 minutes. And I went and got long distance on my, international calling so that I can call over to these people.
Right.
And there's a reason for that, Robin, believe it or not. Oh, my gosh. Like we were talking, George Martinez, another one. Wonderful musician. Has people listening to him from the East Coast that never heard him, didn't get the opportunity to hear him, didn't know where to find him. Well, now I'm trying to bridge the gap between East and West, North and South, and, not to mention overseas.
Right.
But I'll shut up now.
No, this is amazing. I mean, God, I just, I'm serious. It just kind of takes me back to, the past in which these avenues were out there. Oh my God, could you imagine? The promoters back then were, they were okay, like local promoters, but, could you imagine having these fools back then to promote these bands? I mean, this is amazing.
I'm losing you.
You're losing me?
There you go. You're back. It's the aliens. It's that implant. You're getting it too close to the...
I'm telling you. The mothership's coming, man. I see them every night. And that's before I start drinking a glass of wine. So,
oh, man.
I'm going to post a video one of these days. I'm going to post a video of those little bastards. So, if they're going to come down, just come on down. Be flying up there doing their thing. Come on down.
I got to ask you something, though, because this actually, Fred, I don't know if I'm terrified of snakes. I hate a snake. I do not care. Just don't like snakes. And I got to thinking about it, and I thought, wait a minute. You're out there in the field and with the alligators and the giant anacondas and stuff like that in Florida. So, what do we do when we see an anaconda or an alligator?
Well, the alligator, if you're on land, it can't move that fast, so just walk out the way. If you got to poke it in the eye, that's fine too. But anaconda, I don't see none of those. That would be in southern Florida, like the deep south, like the Everglades. Now, I will say that I did see a creature here one time that was a little bizarre. We just have like the pygmy rattlers around here and the cottonmouths. You don't want to touch cottonmouth. Mm-hmm. That's nasty. But, those big anacondas that people are stupid and they buy because, I need a pet like this. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, shit, it's getting too big. It's going to eat me. Let me just go, let it loose down in the Everglades or wherever it is. I mean, stupid. People don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's kind of down there. And they're actually kind of killing the ecosystem down there. And that's why Florida has designated snake hunts every year. Snake hunts, because they got to get them out of there because it is definitely killing the ecosystem.
Well, they eat everything.
Everything, yes. So, now they do have these lizards down here, and this is what I saw up here. And I had to research that because I was talking to people and telling them what I saw that crossed the street, and it was very fast, and it was big, okay? So, everybody's like thinking I'm like, ooh, cuckoo, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to look it up, and it's these, I don't know, I'm not going to say iguana, but it's kind of like an iguana, and like a Gila monster type thing, but they get very large, and apparently they started out down, I don't know where they started out, but they are down in Key West a lot in the Keys, and then they kind of started migrating up, and there's a lot of them in Fort Myers and Cape Coral and all that, and now they're starting to make their way up through Tampa. So, and there's like 250,000 of these things running around in Florida.
Okay, well, let me cut in here. And Father Rakes, you want me to move to Florida with giant lizards? Okay, go ahead. Just a heads up, Dad.
God, she don't know. She don't even know. But I mean, and it's weird. And they had interviews with these, with people. And there was this one lady down in Key West, and she goes, "I couldn't get out of my car. There was 3 of them blocking the entrance to my house, like going up the steps. And I guess if they bite you or something, it could be, the whatever, the saliva or something can give you a really bad infection." So
oh my God, they're baby Komodo dragons. See?
Kind of like them, yes. But they're not Komodo dragons, but they're kind of like they're a cross of something, because they don't get that big. But I mean, this one was pretty big that crossed the street in front of me. And I was telling people, I'm like, "Oh man, what's she smoking?" And I'm like, "I ain't smoking shit. I don't smoke nothing." So, I mean, it was like.
And I'm not smoking shit either.
Seriously. But, I mean, it's like, come on, it's a reptile. I mean, we're in a subtropical state, so there's a lot of reptiles down here. But I just didn't think they were as far north as Tampa. I mean, we're kind of in the center of the state, but I didn't think they traveled up this way. But it was really weird. And maybe they didn't. Maybe somebody got a pet and it got too big, and it's like, let me just open the back door and let it loose.
Yes, so a couple people did, and then they met up after all this time. Fred, is that you? I remember when you were this big.
You were sitting on Ebert's shoulder not too long ago.
Dude, you were smoking a cigarette. You still got that habit. Well, see, the only thing we have here in Indiana is squirrels. Big squirrel. I'm talking big squirrels. William and I saw a squirrel go after a cat, and the cat was like, "Holy shit!" I'm not kidding you. We called it Squirrelzilla. He was huge. I looked out the window, right, and the whole branch was like almost touching the ground. And I'm like, what the hell is that cat? Oh my God. I'm like, "William, come here." And he goes, "That's not a cat." And I'm like, that, and it turned around with both cheeks full, you know what I mean? And it's like, at me, and I'm like, oh my, that's a squirrel.
Wow.
Yes, these squirrels will get together and chase cats and dogs here. Oh, and I kid you not. Too? My neighbor downstairs has a cat, and the cat's like, "Help!" Because it got cornered out here by 2 squirrels. Wow. Seriously. I didn't know. And the cat was like, "Wow." And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I thought the cat was ready to fight another cat until I looked out the door, and I was like, "Dude, I can't help you." Those are 2 big-ass squirrels. I'm not kidding you. From my elbow to the tip of my fingers. With tail and all, that high. I mean, big. And I'm like, holy shit, they followed me from New Jersey. Or maybe they got into some. I'm thinking, oh my God, I hope I didn't put something out there from New Jersey, and that's what happened. But, oh my God, they're huge. And they're not afraid of anybody. No one. They will race down the tree at you. As big as we are. Oh, hell yeah. They'll come marching across the yard like... And I'm like, you... Wow. And I'm like, get me the bat. Home run!
How are they getting that big?
I don't know. Robyn, it's some crazy shit, man. Crazy. I'm like, whew, man. And
so we have giant reptiles here, and you have giant rodents there.
Yeah. Well, I remember Lisa Shiflett will laugh. Hey, Lisa, when I was living in Baltimore, we were walking. We were drunk. I mean, yes, we were drunk in heels, skirts, trying to make our way home from a bar. Okay, and we were walking. We didn't feel like taking a cab. And I looked down this one area of Baltimore, and it was down past Charles Street, but on your way up to the center of where the water is up there. And I looked over, and I was trashed. And I'm like, oh, look at the doggy. It's trying to get in the trash can. I'm like, here, doggy. And she's like, Jackie, don't call it. And I'm like, why? And she said, that's not a dog. And I'm like, oh, you're holy shit. We took off.
Look, it's Rocky. Where's Bullwinkle?
Oh my, it was huge. It was a rat.
A rat?
It was a rat the size of a dog. A small dog. I'm like, that, because it was trying to get up into the trash can. I'm like, oh, look at the little doggy. And she's like, Jackie, that's not a dog. And I'm like, that's a dog. And she goes, no, it's not. And I look over, and then it turned around, looked, with that. And I'm like, holy shit. It's a rat.
Ew,
it was a rat.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes.
Willard. Ew. No.
Mm-hmm. Well, North Salem has ants, these big, huge ants that if there was enough of them could carry you out.
Ew.
Yes. And I'm like, it took me back to like the 50s movies. Where somehow they got a hold of some pesticide that made them like 50 billion times their size. And I'm looking out the back door waiting for one to come over the side over there.
My God.
Yeah. But anyway, let me get to another song. I'm going to play Cruel Night by Elferia. Robin. Yes, great song.
Awesome.
So I hope you enjoy. We'll be back with you shortly.
Okay, I'm at 9%.
Okay. What I'm going to do is we'll talk real quick, and let me just end this one, and I just need you to do a commercial. Hold on.
Okay.
And I'm sorry we couldn't get to Alferia. That will be later on. Right now, I've got Walking on the Sky by Raised on Records.
Feels like I'm walking on the sky. Oh, it really does. Am I a traveler drifting through time? Oh, where are you, my love?
Yeah, that was Walking on the Sky by Raised on Records. And yes, Robin and I needed to get a grip. So anyway, coming up real quick, I only have one more song I'm going to play for you, which is Choppy Seas by George Martinez. Oh, yeah, and that was Choppy Seas by George Martinez. I want to say thank you very much for listening. And again, everything that we talk about here, really, it's meant to be joking. And it's me and Robin acting crazy, which we haven't seen each other in years. And when we get together, oh, my God. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the music. Again, we had S&M by Killing Rapunzel, Walking on the Sky by Raised on Records, and Choppy Seas by George Martinez. And I hope you guys have a great evening. And this is Robyn Gandy Jones and Jackie Eyster saying goodnight from Roja Roxz.